heading to the barn to check on Junior. It's like 11 degrees according to my phone, but real feel is -5. So it's cold. I mean, there's not much I can really do right now. I board, so somebody else feeds him and I don't have to worry about that. But I like to put eyes on him and just make sure that he looks okay, you know, and he's not off at all. They can colic when it's this cold. So I am going to give him some Nutrabac pH, and that will help him to keep drinking water while he's also wanting to eat a lot more, because horses will eat a lot of hay to stay warm. That's how they generate body heat when it's extremely cold, is they will eat a lot, like way more than normal. And so then we worry about compaction colic, and I don't want that to happen. I need him to continue drinking a lot of water. The Nutrabac pH will encourage him to do that. So I'm just going to go and put eyes on him, give him some Nutrabac. That's about all I can do when it is this cold. I don't ride if it's below 20 degrees. Sometimes I'll turn him out in the arena just so he can really move around. He's in a stall and run, but I don't want him to break a sweat either and then be sweaty when it's this cold. So it's just tough. It sucks this time of year. I don't enjoy it, but let's go put eyes on him and make sure he looks okay. Keep my Nutrabac in the warm room so that it doesn't freeze. So I have it during times like this and I can use it. Hey buddy. How you doing? Cold enough for you? Got one of your blanket straps off, I see. Oh, that's nice. I guess that means you're drinking water, so that's good. So normally when you're dealing with snow and the cold, you have to check their feet and make sure they don't have ice and snow balling up in their feet. Hi, buddy. How's it going? It'll build up in their hooves, especially if they have shoes on. Now, normally I would pull shoes in the winter. However, Junior, he has had a history of having thin soles and his feet just get ouchy, especially because is what happens like in his pen is where the ground is really uneven and it gets hard. Hey, babe. Hi, buddy. Oh, you want your Nutrabac? I'll give it to you in just a second. When the ground gets uneven, it'll freeze and then thaw and refreeze, and it just makes these lumps basically in their pen, and when they freeze, it's like walking on rocks. And since he is in a stall and run, he really has no way to escape that, whereas if he was out on pasture, he could, you know, go and find different areas to walk around. Hey, buddy, how are you? And so I worked with my farrier and we decided to put pads on him. We did it last winter as well, just to help keep his feet from getting stone bruises, basically, because last year that is what happened, is he would get stone bruises and then he would get abscesses. So this year we just threw the pads back on because he did abscess again, and this just makes it easier all the way around for him and for me. It also means I don't have to pick ice out of his feet, so I don't have to worry about that, which is nice. But let's give him some Nutrabac and fix that blanket. So that's about it. There's honestly not much more I can do. Let's go check his water real quick. He does have an automatic freeze-free waterer, but I always do like to make sure that it's got water in it. It's dirty. Needs to be cleaned out. The other horse. This other horse, his neighbor really likes to drag his hay around, and he likes to dunk his hay in the waterer. And since they share the waterer, it also gets hay in Junior's side, which is not ideal. Let's see if I can figure out a way to do this without having to actually put my hand in there and freeze my hand off. I need to get like a scooper or tongs or something. Go put this back so that it does not freeze. This stuff is fantastic. This is, like I said, it's called NutriBac PH. I've been using this for several years now. I first got put onto it by Joy Wargo when I went to one of her clinics. And that's been, I don't know, probably 4 years ago now. She handed out sample bottles to everyone who was at the clinic. And I've been using it ever since. Basically, it does a bunch of different stuff, but it'll help get them eating and drinking in stressful situations. Like if you're traveling, big weather changes, super cold, things like that. It will flush out the bad bacteria from their gut. So it just really helps cleanse their gut. It also neutralizes the stomach acid. So if you've got a horse who maybe you only feed like twice a day with hay and they've been sitting without hay for a little while and you're gonna ride, it's great to dose them with this before you ride, because when you ride, their stomach acid will slosh around in their gut. And the problem with horses and stomach acid is that horses' stomachs don't naturally buffer against their own acid. Their saliva buffers against that acid. But horses only produce saliva when they're actually eating or chewing and like licking, right? So basically, if they're not eating and they don't have food in their gut that can buffer against that acid, then it sloshes around and it causes ulcers. And is what this does is it neutralizes the acid in their stomach. So if they're on an empty stomach, you go to ride, it's going to neutralize that acid and help prevent ulcers from forming in the first place. Also, it's foaling season. This is great to have on hand for foals because it can help with the runs. If you've got foals that are getting the runs, you can give it to foals. You can give it to pregnant mares. You can give it to colicking horses. It's great. Now, it obviously is not a replacement for actual treatments. If you've got a horse that's colicking, like, yes, use it and do the protocol and call your vet and all of that stuff. But it's just another tool in your toolbox that you can use to help your horse when they're in a stressful situation. I basically consider it to be part of my vet kit. I use it like days on today where it's super cold and I want to make sure that he continues to drink water when I know that he's eating extra hay to help keep warm. I will also use it before a run, after a run, before I haul. Anytime that we're doing something that's out of the norm and that is a more stressful situation for my horse, I give him 2 to 3 pumps of that. So if you think you have ulcers, you can use this to help with flushing their gut and help prepping and like treating ulcers. It's just a really great product to have on hand for your horses at all times. I'm a big believer in it. I have seen it pull a horse out of colic before. I've seen it on more than one occasion, actually. And it's just one of those things that I swear by. And the other thing that I really like about this product is the guy who formulated it. His name is Bo Douglas. He's extremely transparent about the product. If you have any questions about it, give him a call and ask him, and he will answer your questions, all of them. He's not like oh, well, that's a secret recipe that we don't tell you what's in it kind of a guy. He will tell you everything you want to know about the product. The other thing is that each state, most states have their own rep. I'm in Montana. I get my product from Sarah Stye. So if you want to order some, I can put you in contact with her. Just leave me a message in the comments and I can get you hooked up, but she's the gal to order from in Montana. I also use their mineral and I also use their rapid recharge paste. So all of the supplements that I give are all from this company. It's called Equiboss. I swear by them. Absolutely love their products. They're all USA made. Big fan. Okay, so I didn't find any tongs or like a strainer or anything like that, but I keep rubber gloves here for when I clean because I have to deal with mouse poop and stuff when I clean here. So it won't keep my hand warm, but it'll keep it dry. So let's go see if we can pull some hay out of that water. Okay, buddy. Okay. I need to drain this again. I don't know if I'll be able to get the bolts off of it though. I have to take this whole piece off to access the drain. The drain is under here and then the refill spigot is right here, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the bolts off. I could try. Let's see if we can get this cleaned off though. Let's get a tool. Got it. Oh, my hand is already freezing cold. It's dry, but it's cold. Hey, buddy, I'm just gonna try and clean your water that you made a mess out of. Okay, got the bolts out. Take this part off. Oh, yeah. We got a pretty good mess going on in here. I'm gonna try and clean the big chunks out. Look at that chunk of wood. What have you been doing? And then I'll pull, that's the drain right there, this piece of PVC pipe, but I don't want a bunch of chunks going down it if I can avoid it. Because the last thing I need is for this thing to clog when it's this cold. Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay, so it's draining, and then this is going to turn on here in just a second. So we'll flush all of the crap. See, all of those big chunks I'm trying to avoid going down. I gave this thing a really good scrub before winter, and it's already just nasty buildup on it. Put that right there for safekeeping. And this is the hard part, is it almost refills faster than it drains. So getting rid of the little stuff and the drain, it's actually lower in the middle than it is at the point of the drain. So you have to kind of like sweep all of the other stuff to the drain. That's a lot better. Now, if you wouldn't mind not putting hay in there, I would greatly appreciate it if you could. What do you think, Junior? Is that going to be better for you? Yeah, that's better, huh, buddy? Oh, yeah, that's nice. Oh. Is that better? You like my rubber glove? Does it smell funny? All right. Yeah, no more hay, please. This cover back on it so they can't mess with parts. Okay. Excuse you. Ah. Ah. There we go. I think my glove is starting to freeze. Okay, one more bolt. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh, my glove is freezing. I'm trying to take it off and it won't come off. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, it's cold. Oh, come on. I can't get that thread to take. It should be pretty well lined up. All right, took some doing, but we got it. So their water looks a lot better than it did before. All right, you guys, you're all set. There you go, buddy. That's nice. It's not full of crap anymore, huh, bud? Tell your neighbor to keep it that way. Good boy. Makes me feel so much better to come down here and put eyes on him and see that, like, he was urinating, so that means he's staying hydrated, and then watching him drink. There's that tongue. Making sure their water's fresh and clean. Hi, bud. You sticking your tongue out at me? His blanket's okay. Like, I had to fix 2 of the straps on his blanket, and he's walking sound, and just all of those things just gives me peace of mind to put eyes on him, even though I know he's getting, you know, fed and all of that. What is that, Junior? Yeah, good boy. Good boy. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Good boy. Alrighty. We'll see you later. Love you, bud. Oh, you're gonna eat the snow now too? Delicious. I left my other pair of gloves in the warm room. My one hand is just absolutely freezing right now. I think it actually might be getting colder. I'm glad I left my truck running. Whew. This is the one place in the barn that is heated and insulated. The rest of the barn is not. Like, the indoor arena is not fully enclosed. So if it's cold outside, it's too cold to ride in the arena. So yeah, the ground freezes and it's just too cold for their lungs and everything anyways. So I'm just gonna sit here and let my hand warm up for a minute. Oh, there's my glove. All right, well, I think that's about everything for today. There's really nothing more I can do when it's this cold. Just keep everyone fed and hydrated. And really, that's about it. Hope nothing breaks, because it's way harder to fix stuff when it is this cold. And stuff tends to like to break more when it's cold.